The epitome of being a daughter is as close as a human could get to experiencing the same prophecy that Abraham had when he was commanded to sacrifice Isaac. A son he was reluctant to kill but willing to acquire the honor of God. We as daughters become as if sacrificial lamb. Daughters they are willing to kill, reluctant to keep, thinking they will then acquire the honor of God. But God knows himself that daughters don't live long enough to establish honor anyways. When they flatten our necks against a slab of stone with a knife in their hand and they make us wait for the right time, for the right reasons, for the right crimes, and they will quote lines, holy verses misconstrued by men with mentally corrupted minds to try and justify that they were chosen by God to carry out this prophecy. And when questioned for their atrocities, they will say, what else did you expect us to do? Like, for example, when her chest was too exposed, or how her hijab wasn't tight enough because you didn't hear her choke. If she dared to be anything but stiffer than a stone when insults were thrown. If she dared to kiss her teeth and not control her tone, because how dare she think any thoughts of her own? Jabs at her dignity, being told that a dirty dish in the sink was cleaner than she because a true woman of God knows her duties. Jabs at her piety. If you ever hear her voice beyond the confines of her throat, let the gates of hell unfold beneath her. How dare she breach their control of her autonomy? Limited exposure to the outside world, to ensure that she's not prostituting her skin by letting the sun know of her existence. Letting the concrete know the depth of her carbon footprint, no car, no phone, but her heavy exhales of CO2 as she runs to make it home on time. What did you expect us to do? To read. Iqra. With an open heart. Read and practice by the book whose rulings you don't really know, but diligently follow when it says to keep your women at home. And turn a blind eye to the best of you are those of you who are best to your women. Rulings that you strictly follow except when it says to protect your women and live with them in tranquility. How he created you both from a single soul, so to harm your women is to harm your own self. How good men are for good women, so nurture her with compassion and don't plague her from the rot on your end. Read. Iqra. See, this religion of peace has not set its standards to enter paradise through violence, but through ihsan, kindness, and rahmah, forgiveness. So now, try as you may to wash our blood off your hands and ask God to forgive you where he can. Because you taught us our honor is something that we must bleed for. He will show you one day our mercy is something that you will plead for. See, there is a day of reckoning, not written by your hand, a scripture not twisted by your tongue, a day so incorruptible, a perfect day, a triumph for us women, the honourable.